You have a puzzled look on your face.
Winches aren't supposed to spin backwards. Something must be missing. So today we're going to swap out one of the 54-inch winches for an electric winch, and actually it's not a swap out, it's an electric conversion kit. So basically all I've done is pop the top off, or taken the drum head off, and then here's our pedestal. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take it apart. We're going to put this base plate on. Where the base plate went. This base plate is going to go through here like this. I had to drill a hole to elongate it, and I still got to drill another hole because I'm still off. But anyway, and then the winch will sit on top of this, the motor will be underneath, and so follow along with us as we make a mess. The winches aren't as complex as a lot of people think they are. I know there's a lot of bits and pieces, but these are your spindle keepers. Basically, that's your center shaft that goes down, turns your gears, spins your drum. And basically, you're gonna pull these out. And a lot of people are familiar with this because they have to rebuild their winches. Pull these pins, and this is how you would service your winch anyway. And what we're going to do is we're going to carefully slide our gears out because they have a tendency to come apart. Make sure
they came
Teflon washers on the bottom. Those are your ring bearings and your Teflon washer. Now, with that being said, we're done with this one. Now, that wasn't all that bad, and it was fairly easy to take apart. And this and that is this cutout right here. That is going to allow the shaft from the motor that's going to go down below to stick up through it, and this will mount to the top of that plate. And your spur gear will go in there, and these flip out whenever it comes on. These pop out. It puts it in when the engine engages the winch. It'll engage the gears, and away it goes. What we have is we replaced the old one of these with this one. We put the base plate underneath it. We're going to stick this in here, and then we're going to insert all our gears. Actually, we're going to insert our gears and stuff before we put this back on the top. But that's about it. It's not really that difficult of a job, but most of the time something goes wrong.
To take the cabinet out so we can access all that. And so that's what it looks like underneath. Made a bit of a mess. We'll have to clean up.
We replaced the old winch base with this new base that has the drive shaft that sticks down into the cab. We resealed it, put the original bolts back in, and now we're going to go ahead and a little grease and start reassembling things. So this is the drive shaft. It's going to stick down, and the motor's going to, with the keyway, is going to stick on this on the bottom, and when it spins the drive shaft, it will spin the winch. So now we're going to put our drive gear in. We're going to put some grease all the way around it, because whenever you hear a winch make that click, 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 click sound, that are these wonderful little guys going into, every time they go around, they make that sound. Taking winches apart is something that you really have to learn to do when you're on a boat. Don't be afraid. Take it apart. And if you can't get it back together, there's always somebody around who can.
You have a puzzled look on your face.
Winches aren't supposed to spin backwards. Something must be missing.
What's the matter now?
Well, we were missing our second speed drive gear. We were missing it because I just didn't put it in. But see those 6 bolts there?
Oh.
They're what holds the winch down.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea to put those back on.
Yeah. What's the Clark motto?
Something's worth doing. It's worth doing
3 times.
3 times.
Okay.
There she blows. That you're doing?
I'm just jumping across the relay.
Okay.
Now, so that tells me my relay is either
Yeah, do it without the plastic part.
bad or what?
Do it without the plastic part. Can't shock you.
Want me to hold it right here and do it?
No, that's okay.
Electricity takes the shortest path of resistance. That's through this piece of metal and into the other one. Okay, well that's good news. Sort of, kind of, not really.
What happened? What happened, Mom?
Touched the wires together and it went on like it should. I took the wires apart and it kept on going.
Holly ran over to Ward's Marine for me and bought me a new solid state solenoid. So, we're going to give it another shot. Let's see what we come up with. 3rd time's usually the charm. Catch us next time when we tackle putting in a new water maker. Should be a lot of fun. If I could do it the first time, that'd be great, but nah.
Space between